Hello believers, thanks for believing and joining us here at The Tube. We got a show filled with faith and technology, and that's what's on our lineup. Big Israeli deal for big data, Israel and Palestine, the startup solution. We're gonna talk about tomorrow, why? Because it's the biggest tech day ever. CelebGate, where are the nude men? Giant mutant spider dog, the social watch, and more. Let's do it. It's time for our favorite ongoing segment, Israeli tech being sold in hundreds of millions. And today, Tel Aviv-based firm SuperDerivative has been sold for $350 million to Intercontinental Exchange, the company that runs the New York Stock Exchange, among other operations. David Gershon founded SuperDerivatives in 2000 and currently employs 300 people. The company was chosen by the Financial Daily Globe as one of Israel's most promising startups back in 2006. SuperDerivatives is engaged in the pricing and derivatives and risk management systems, which, well, doesn't mean a lot for most people, but does mean a lot of money for investors in stocks. Aren't you happy for them? Sure you are. Here's a short promotional video by SuperDerivatives. It might not explain exactly what they're doing, but hey, it's a nice up-tempo video.
Welcome to the world leader in derivatives. Welcome to SuperDerivatives.
Yeah, okay, that was a lovely video. And now, can peace between Israel and Palestinians be the next big startup? Can it? Well, Yadin Kaufman, a venture capital veteran, active in the Israeli tech field since 1987, has been working for months now to launch the nonprofit called the Palestinian Internship Program. The goal, to bring Palestinian tech graduates and talents across the border as interns, where they would be exposed to Israel's thriving tech scene. It's too early to tell if PIP will achieve its end goal of strengthening Palestinians as a tech Palestine as a tech startup hub, but Kaufman says he's pleased with what he's seeing. In a couple of cases, we've had companies ask these interns to stay on, which is just an indication of how talented these interns are, said Kaufman. Now, that's an interesting way to bring the two nations together. Good luck. Okay, what's going to happen on Tuesday, September 9th in the tech world? Well, almost everything. It's going to be a huge day for Apple with their big launch event in Cupertino, California, where the company's headquarters are located. Apple is expected to announce the iPhone 6 with larger screens, and if we're lucky, it will also unveil the highly anticipated iWatch. Intel, meanwhile, is staging its big Intel Developers Forum event. Chief Executive of Intel is expected to talk about Grantley, the code name for the newest family of server chips, and about Intel's expected line of wearable devices. On top of that, this year's biggest event will also take place tomorrow, as Activision Blizzard will publish Destiny, the massively multiplayer online first-person shooter game created by Halo developers Bungie, set to break records for the best-selling game ever. Now, if that's not enough, TechCrunch the Disrupt event will enter its biggest day, causing headaches for tech reporters around the world. We're going to discuss this mess in a bit, but first, let's have some fun at Apple's expense.
Both new iPhones come in two different screen sizes. The first comes in an all-new 4.7-inch sapphire display. This phone is not plagued with the same issues that other phones of the same size are riddled with, because it was made by us.
The sapphire display is harder than anything it'll come into contact with in your pockets, like keys or something. It won't even scratch in the event that it blocks a potential stabbing. And for you in the wealthy 1 percentile, we've even added an option for a diamond display.
The second iPhone is a much larger display for all you phablet lovers. Actually, all we did was add a cell chip inside an existing iPad mini. No one will know the difference, and we saved a ton of money doing it.
The iPhones are now waterproof for any of your new wet experiences. Drop your iPhone in the toilet? No big deal. Just hose it off in the backyard. Your stupid kid spill spaghetti on it? No problem. Just toss it right in the dishwasher.
Cynicism is funny, and now to put some order in this insane tech chaos, we have Neve Lilian with us in the studio. Let's chat. Good evening.
Good evening, Jesse.
Okay, can anyone steals Apple's thunder tomorrow? Will their event launch swallow everything in its path for the biggest headlines?
Well, given Apple's current structure, I believe not, and according to all the statements and all the excitement and all the hype that's going on actually on every Apple event, and it even attracts the mainstream media attention. I guess probably not, although Intel has had some very interesting announcement of its own. But yeah, Apple is Apple. It's hard to compete with them.
So let's talk about Intel. Why would they go head-on with Apple on the same day?
Well, actually, Intel is not going head-on with Apple. Intel is having their developers conference each year in September. I attended the one last year, and they do have their own announcements. I believe that Intel will also get major headlines, but still, Apple is doing their thing. Apple is usually doing their part of their yearly announcements in September. They're announcing some of their big products in September, just before the holiday season. And I think that in this particular case, it's only a coincidence that everything fell on the same day. But it's very exciting for the tech lovers.
Coincidence. Okay, so let's talk about Apple. The iPhone 6. Why does it still make so much noise? I mean, is there anything mind-blowing that's expected to be revealed tomorrow, or just another iPhone?
Basically, the main difference that is going to be for the iPhones that are expected to be unveiled tomorrow are they have bigger screens. They do have some improvements like the Sapphire Glass, and well, there is not much known. There are a lot of rumors, but much less accurate information. However, we should pay attention to Apple's initiative about the mobile payments. Apple is getting pretty heavy into the mobile payments scene, and it's going to be a big thing because, according to the rumors, Apple already has agreements with all major credit card companies such as Visa, MasterCard, American Express. They have them all, and I think it's going to be the first time that a big tech company will succeed to bring the mobile payments into reality and for the masses. And this is going to be an integrated part of the iPhone 6.
Will become your wallet.
Exactly. Your iPhone is going to be your method of payment. You're not going to need your magnetic credit card anymore.
Wow.
So that's a big thing.
That sounds like a big thing. Tell me, media-wise, okay? With all these stimulation events, simultaneous events, has the tech world become too big to cover?
Well, we tech journalists always had a very tough job, I must say. But no, I think that spreading your attention wisely and giving your audience all the important announcements, and not just Apple, when what usually happens to most media outlets in the world, when they focus all their attention on Apple and every other company. Oh well, okay, there's that company too. I think that's the wrong approach. I think you should give equal time to all major tech companies, because let's face it, Apple, with all due respect, is not the only tech, it's not the only influential tech company in the world.
Yeah. So let's devote some time for Intel. What's that chip story? What are these chips?
Well, the server chips is less interesting because Intel is always doing new chips, because Intel is a chip company. But I think that the more interesting stuff is the thing that Intel is doing. First of all, they're doing about their Intel Core M that they unveiled right this week at IFA, which is going to be a 14 nanometer chip, which is going to be much smaller, much thinner, and what it would practically mean, it will mean you can have tablets and two-in-one devices that will have the same strength as laptop computers, much like the Surface. And the thinner chip will also allow to create fanless computers, which means you wouldn't need any fans, so it would make less noise, and it would have a longer battery life.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Enjoy tomorrow.
Oh, I'll try.
Okay. Let's move on. We'll keep you obviously updated tomorrow about everything that happens tomorrow. And now, know that feeling when your service on your phone is dead and you just wanted to text someone and you feel sad and alone? Well, you are addicted, but there is also a solution. Meet Gotenna, a small Bluetooth-enabled rod packed with a modern radio that lets you create your own private, secure communication network for sending messages without cell service using your smartphone. It's basically a very sophisticated walkie-talkie. Though marketed towards outdoors and emergency situations like hiking and disaster relief, Gotenna is getting a boost from the cryptography community. That's a lovely community. By using their own private network, security buffs are adopting Gotenna as a new and very secretive internet. 25% of the people who bought Gotenna used Bitcoin to purchase the device. Goodbye internet, hello, lots of, well, small internets. Sounds lovely to me. Okay, there are several ways to look at CelebGate. You know, that ancient story from last week when all the nude photos of different female stars were stolen and uploaded online. The first way is to be outraged by the fact that nobody has any right for privacy anymore. Another way is, well, where are all the male nude photos? Comedy group Cotillion Girls Comedy took the second approach to the hot button issue. They saw the opportunity as a way to get more women interested in coding and tech. Why? Because it's time to find that Ryan Gosling pictures. Here they are, preaching for female nerds to come to the task.
Attention all female nerds. Learn how to hack. How else are we gonna get into Ryan Gosling's phone and get those dick pics?
Think about it. If more women were interested in computer science, we would have seen it by now.
It exists.
It exists.
I guarantee Jennifer Lawrence would not have nude pics on the internet if Chris Martin didn't send her a dick pic first.
Quid pro quo, Ryan.
There's an app for your iPad that simulates sex with a woman.
The app has an attachment that men stick their penises into.
What am I supposed to do? Sit on my phone until my mom calls?
I want to sit on my phone with Ryan Gosling's dick as the background.
I want to get angry because I can't see Ryan Gosling's dick because I'm fucking my phone.
Grindr came before Tinder, people.
Men got the pleasure first.
Wow, that was a bit rude. Sorry for that. Okay, you know what's scary? Spiders. You know what's even scarier? A seriously big-ass spider that runs the streets at the middle of the night looking to eat people. That's the nightmare a few people faced as a result of a Polish YouTube channel latest prank. The unlucky commuters are confronted by a grisly scene, what seems like freshly killed victims, complete with blood and dismembered limbs, tangled in a web. Then, out of nowhere, a dog-sized, hairy and quick-moving spider comes sprinting towards them. Yucky yuck. The video got 55 million views already, but nobody said it, so we will. It looks completely fake. You be the judge. Yeah, well, it's a cute dog. And we have another running dog for you. Meet Walter, who just really wanted to go to the beach, so his owner put a camera on him. Good dog.
Piano, eh? Sì, piano, però.
Wow, that was lovely. I felt the relief. Listen, that's it. This show is over. Thank you so very much for watching. Please log on to our Twitter and our Tumblr. It's the Tube24. We'll be here tomorrow. And always remember, if you're losing your soul and you know it, then you've still got a soul to lose. Goodbye.